Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. I've got a great flavor for you today. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this water because I am super duper excited. This is where's the black tea? There we go. I'm using my Velocity again, and I kind of like forgot how to use it. Oh, sorry about that. I just realized I forgot to get my teaspoon. There we go. Because I'm not working from a pouch today. Today I'm doing a blend from a store that I truly enjoy. Oh, excuse me. And this one really came across as something I'd love to try. So today I'm going to be doing. Hey Ma, welcome. I'm keeping everybody in suspense now. Today I'm going to be doing. No, today I'm going to be doing cream and nut brittle, and this is going to be an amazing blend, and I'm like super duper excited to do this. So this is a black tea with sugar, honey. No, not honey. With sugar, nut, and uh, so yeah, that's all it says. It's sugar, honey. I don't know why I keep saying honey. Okay, I'm going to read it so that I don't throw myself off again. So it says black tea, nut brittle pieces. That's like peanut brittle. Sneha, welcome. Where was I? Yeah, that's pretty much it. A natural flavor. I confused myself a little bit, but it's okay. We're good. So I'm gonna go ahead while my water is getting hot. I'm going to open this, and oh, that fell in a very weird position. Anyway, oh, that smells super sweet. I am enjoying it already. Um, it smells kind of. It's got like a cocoa tinge to it. You can smell like the sweetness of it. It's got like that peanut brittle flavor over a soft black tea. So let's pull some of this out. I'm going to show you guys what it looks like before my water is done. There we go. I'm using two teaspoons because I like to make it strong. There we go. So I think you're gonna like the way that this looks. It's pretty interesting. You see, it's got like a really nice. It's mostly just black tea, with the peanut brittle already in chunks, pretty much chopped down and like scattered throughout. And it smells incredible. Like I'm loving this already. So there's not a whole lot to it. It looks very simple, but it smells really nice. I'm waiting for the aroma to kick in. There's a certain time when you steep the tea, and the smell just kind of like takes over everything. It's incredible, and that's one of my favorite parts of the stream. Just before the stream, I started to get a little bit congested. So I'm going to be working a little bit at a little bit of a disadvantage. But you know, I mean, I've done it 100 times before. But well, not 100 times, but you know, I'm getting close to 100. This is a true story, and like I'm already in my 90s as far as streams are concerned. So I can almost say I've done this 100 times. But I digress. So right now, I'm seeing a lot of. Well, as you saw, this was a pretty simple tea. Um, it's not going to require any extra sweetening because it's got the sugar and the nut in it already. So I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't normally sweeten my teas on the stream anyway, but this in particular is not going to be. It's not going to be a flavor that would need it. There are some very savory teas out there that I've had that could use a little bit of a sweetening, but this one, yeah, this one I'm fairly confident it's not going to need it. I have tasted another blend. I forgot the name of it at Tigerschwedner. It tasted like soup, and not in a bad way, but kind of like it's more on the meal side. I forgot what was in it, but I have some of it here still. I'm not going to talk much about it at all, but ooh, that is looking good. The my 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 water's bubbling. Check that out. Look at that. That's like this is the kind of thing that you miss sometimes when you're. There we go. It just finished. That's the kind of thing that you miss sometimes when you heat up your water in in an opaque kettle. This one, I love watching it like bubble and boil and just like go nuts. So I am doing this at 212 degrees. And there we go. I'm going to pour some of this out. And I'll try not to put too much in there. Sometimes I fail. Yeah, I could use a little bit more. Oh, there. Yeah, it's looking good. I didn't I didn't overdo it this time. Woo. Anyway, so this is as I mentioned before, this is a tea from Tigerschwedner, and I went over there just to see what was going on. I had a $5 gift certificate burning a hole in my pocket, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to give this a try. And when the manager opened up the the tin, it just came wafting up. Oh, it was incredible. But yeah, this it really caught my attention. I'm getting a lot of like the sweet, like the sweetness and the full flavored, the full bodied flavor of the cream and the brittle, like the peanut brittle, which is it's very rare for a black tea. Usually when you have a flavored black tea, it takes a lot of whatever the flavor is to hide or to be strong enough to come across your taste buds, basically. I don't normally do flavored black teas. It's a little bit difficult to find a good one that you can actually talk about without saying, "Oh, this one just tastes like a regular black tea." I'm hoping I don't have the same experience. I've never tasted this one before, but this is going to be a treat either way. So I'm super duper looking forward to this. I'm watching the clock. I realized that I forgot to use my timer. Quackhead is not with me today, so I'm just watching the clock on the computer, and this is I don't know how. That just like smacked me in the face right there. the sweetness. Oh man, the aroma just wafted. But yeah, that smells really good. I lost my train of thought just now. I was talking about the quackhead not being here, and I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, I'm watching the clock, and oh, that's what it was. That I don't know how sensitive this is going to be to temperature. I try to err on the side of caution when it comes to Beth. Welcome. When it comes to trying out new teas, because some of them, you don't know how sensitive they are, and your first impression of it can be ruined by oversteeping and not really paying attention to what you're doing. I trust Tea Geschwindes tea. Like, I mean, they are incredible. And I really enjoy having the Ali, welcome. I really enjoy having the ingredients that they use. They use high quality. My shirt. Oh, this is from the. I went to the hot dog festival today. We were volunteering, and I won this shirt on the little wheel. So yay! It's my prize. Uh, but anyway. Oh yeah, I trust Alejandra. Welcome. I trust Tea Geschwindes tea. They have high quality. They use all organic, and they have really high standards of cleanliness, high standards of taste. They really take their tea seriously, and so I'm. Kaylin, welcome. Demi, welcome. I see you coming in. You coming in too. Wow, this is a bit. This is a bit unexpected. I never have you guys pop in. You missed my face. You were just talking about me and the community that I built with a friend. Well, invite them in. You know, like if they're really into tea, we're doing some exciting things. So. Go ahead and invite them and let them know because we're building some stuff and I'll talk about that later actually. And I lost my train of thought, but just in time because my tea is ready. Woo! Look at that steam. I don't know if it's coming across. It's really. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's some good steam coming up. Woo! But that is hot. I'm gonna let that sit for just a moment because something interesting I see just popped up. Now, you guys who were here just a couple minutes ago who saw what the tea looked like. Now you saw all the leaves were thin and they were closed and they were there was very, oh no, I pulled out the wrong one. Rachel, welcome. They were very short, very closed. But I'm going to show you guys right now. Check this out. Look at how much those opened. Like they are fully open, and that's a wonderful thing to see for a black tea on one steep. You see it's still kind of sort of closed, which means that it has not been oversteeped. Well, you know where to catch me. Every Friday night I'm here. But you see, it's still a little bit curled. It's still a little bit closed. So that means I did not oversteep it. But you see how the difference is. It used to be a lot smaller, and it expanded quite a bit. So I am confident that this is going to be a good batch. And I cannot wait to try it out. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pour some out. I just realized I didn't have my tea rag, or because generally sometimes this particular teapot likes to dribble, but that's okay because once you're used to not spilling it a certain way, pouring it a certain way, it tends to. Ooh, there we go. I didn't make that big of a mess as I thought. But traditionally, serving tea is going to be messy, so I'm not worried about it. This is a granite table, so it's not going to stain. It's not going to do too much damage. We're good. Anyway, so I want you guys to see this tea. Check it out. Look at how beautiful that is. That is a great color right there for a black tea. You know, I'm going to turn off the water right now. I don't need it to heat anymore. Greg, welcome. But check out that color. It's a nice bronze color. It's not too dark. That's partially because of the cream flavoring and the sugar and the nut. It dilutes the black tea a bit, so it's going to be slightly brighter than usual. But it's all in all, it's going to be an amazing flavor. It smells incredible. Like you smell the sweetness of it, and it smells creamy. Which, I mean, of course, it's going to be a creamy smell in a creamy tea. But like I was talking about before, how some black teas are hard to flavor. This one, it's got a nice it's got a nice mixture. So I'm going to go ahead and try some of this out, and let's see how this goes. Oh, nice. This tastes like a very strong black tea. Like it's not it's not pulling any punches really. You have a good black tea base, but the cream and the peanut brittle in it is also giving it a good um it's giving it a run for its money basically, because you can taste how strong the blend is. The it's not hidden, it's not hard to find, it's naturally sweet. um I'm not getting a huge presence of like a nut flavor, but I mean, as it cools down, that might come out more. mm. Oh, that's so good. Now I think that I must have caught it just in time, because it's like right on the verge of having been oversteeped. Um, Sometimes there's a hint of bitterness naturally to the black tea, but in this case, like it's hidden a lot by the sugar and the cream flavoring. Um, but it feels like had I oversteeped it, that wouldn't have mattered. Like I would have messed up the timing, and just like you guys saw what happened a couple weeks ago when I overdid the green mandalay, and that was just like I was sad for it really, because I wound up having a cup later, and it was a lot better than than what I did when I messed up. But I mean, it was bound to happen. So I just had to suck it up, take my medicine, and just drink it as as I had to. But in this case, I got it. I got the timing down, and it's incredible. Mm. Now I get the feeling that this would be really good iced, but it may need a little bit uh, more sweetness to it in order to ice it. Right now, it's walking that fine line between sweet and savory. It's got the earthiness of the black tea down, um, and it's got like the cream and the nut are balancing it out really well. But it's basically walking that fine line where any mistake can tip it in one direction or the other. I'm waiting to see. I'm kind of curious to see how it will come out when it's cold. Well, I don't want to say colder, when it's cooler than what it is now, because um, when it's cooler, the sweetness tends to come out more. So I want to taste more of the peanut brittle. I want to taste more of the cream. Um, but for now it's incredible. Like I'm loving this. Ooh, ooh, it's hot. My tongue is kind of burning right now. Um, but I mean, like it's in a good way. Like I'm not scorched. Um, I'm liking this flavor. It's kind of mellow. It's not as smooth as I thought it would be. Um, it has some bite to it, which is kind of surprising because when you have a black tea, generally you have that mellow earthiness to it. Um, but there's something behind it that's kind of jagged. Uh, and I think it's just natural to the black tea. That's I think that's part of why I said I caught it just in time because the flavor is kind of sort of it started to cross over into the bitterness, and um, I think that naturally this one had I understeeped it just a little bit. What was that initial taste? Is black tea, middle is creamy, and is sweet. Yeah, you can say that. It's a good transition from one to the other. There's no real slope to it. Like you get all three at kind of the same time, but in short intervals, I should say. Um, where it mixes pretty easily, so the black tea is definitely prevalent, but then like the cream and the nut brittle, the sweetness jumps in basically to fight for your attention, and that's what I really like about this tea because it's not a standard flavor. It's not just a flat sweet, a flat earthy. It's it's basically it's a good blend. It's a good mix. Mm. This is definitely like the kind of taste that you would want to wake you up in the morning. It's got the same kind of. You know what? I just realized this is kind of like I would say an Irish breakfast after you sweeten it. Now they say that the black tea comes from India, but it doesn't say uh, which part. I'm going to assume it's in Assam. Assume it's in Assam. I like the way that came out. Uh, yeah, don't worry about me. I'm just being a little bit silly. Um, but yeah, I assume that it's in Assam because it's a little bit strong. Um, I wish that it was um, a bit more specific as to what Indian tea they used. But I mean, if I were to venture a guess, it would either be Assam or Ceylon. Um, I mean, generally, people who make black tea they use Ceylon. That's the standard. But I think that Tigerspender as a vendor is um, confident enough to use a more bold choice when it comes to a base for their general black teas. I can probably like ask them and get an answer for you, and I probably might do that if I remember. Um, but yeah, it's this is a really exciting blend. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. Ooh, that is so good. And it's a slow burn too. Like it overtakes your mouth as an entirety, and it stays there for the duration of however long it's going to stay there. It takes a while. I feel like I'm still tasting my first sip. Um, and it's taking a while to mellow out. Um, and I think that that's part of why this makes it a good tea to wake up to because it's a strong flavor, strong caffeine presence. It's not like overpowering strong where you're gonna get the jitters all day, but it's the kind of flavor that's going to wake you up and keep you buzzed and keep you motivated to go through your day. Mm, that is, that's really good. Um, Now, normally when I talk about how a tea is smooth and people like prefer a smooth taste, um, this one it owns it owns the bite basically. Um, it's not too smooth. Uh, it's a little bit rough, a little bit rigid, but in the best of ways. You know, it's like like I was saying, like as I describe how it battles for your attention, the more you think about it, like you start looking for those flavors, and this is like it's really making an impression because if this was just a straight Assam, it would be just strong. It would stamp its foot down and be like, yes, I am here. You're still getting that, but you're getting it from the cream and brittle too. So there's no real winner in this battle, at least in my opinion. You're getting the best of both worlds, um, and it's a low maintenance tea, as far as I can tell, because um, as long as you got the time and temperature right, you're not going to have to worry too much about over steeping. I just guesstimated the time, and it came out pretty well. Of course, you know if you're too lax around your tea and you just wait for it too long and it just goes bad, there's nothing you can do. That's user error, you know. Um, and you know any tea can be subject to that kind of I don't want to say that kind of treatment because that makes it sound like it's a pattern of behavior, but more like like the word abuse comes up, but that's not the word I'm looking for. You know, like you don't want to abuse a tea. But in this case, you know, it's pretty strong on its own. Ooh, all that fogged up my glasses. It's like, ooh, I can't see. Oh my god. So anyway, so I'm gonna open up the floor to questions and comments or anything that you'd like to ask. Now's a good time as I take a bit of a breather because the strength of this flavor is kind of like something that I'm thinking about and I'm really trying to analyze. Um, and it's doing a good job of keeping my attention because I find this an interesting blend, one that is going to basically me keep me excited. You know, I mean, there's not a whole lot of nuance in this blend, um, which is good because you know sometimes you want to just have something that will do its job. You know, not everybody likes to drink their tea and think about it. This is more of a. It keeps wow, my thing keeps falling back. There we go. I lost my train of thought now. Anyway, yeah, I would like to analyze this. Serene, welcome. Or is it Serene? I don't know. I'm trying to pronounce it correctly. Forgive me. I'm trying here. But anyway, yeah, like sometimes you want a tea that's just a certain flavor, and you know this is that kind of flavor, a sweet black tea. You know, and it's classic. You know, you a lot of people drink tea with sugar, and that's essentially what this is. And nut. The cream, well, yeah, cream too, as a sweetener. So it's got a more traditional black flavor to it. Hold on, I need to blow my nose. This is this is getting a little crazy. Uh, don't wanna. Yeah, making all these weird noises since everything is starting to spill out a little bit. Anyway, fun. Oh, that's an annoyance. Makes it really hard to taste when your nose is just stuffed like that. But hopefully this will make it a bit easier to review, because I want to get the full flavor of it. I'm gonna pour a little bit out. Oh, I should have gotten some napkins. This is starting to make a little bit more of a mess than I had hoped for. Yeah, a little bit congested. Like, I don't know why, but it happens when I stream. I don't understand it. Like, I can be fine all day, but suddenly I'm just talking in front of you guys and it goes, no, it's not even the air conditioner. Like, it happens at home too. And it's just like, I don't know. It just annoys me sometimes. And you know, the funny thing is, like, it never happened when I was working on phones at work. You know, you talk all day, you're fine. All of a sudden, you're like in the presence of a live audience, and everything goes wrong. Such is life. Anyway, so I want to talk a little bit about the bold flavor versus the strong sweetness. I'm getting like, it's hard for me to decide what is stronger, because I mean, generally with black teas that are supposed to be flavored, the black tea wins hands down. You know, generally it's a hard flavor to upstage, but in this case, there's a good blend of both. I think it's because it's the cream, the nut, and the sugar from the brittle. It's three against one basically, and you're able to taste all four, at the same time. And I'm like, I'm trying to find some kind of subtlety in it, but there really isn't much. It's a very strong flavor, and you know, I like it a lot. Ooh, that is a good one. That last sip, it was very airy, and when you drink and you slurp it, you get like a lot of the slurp noise, basically. That allows your tongue to cool itself off and really take in the taste that you're trying to find. That is supposed to be the traditional way to taste a tea, is by slurping it and getting the full benefit of the cooler air. So as you drink it, you're going to taste all the little nuances and all of the little details that the tea has to offer. So traditionally, they have people slurp their teas, and I know a lot of people keep telling me that's rude. You're not supposed to slurp your tea. It's like, yeah, you are supposed to slurp your tea. That's the whole point of it. But yeah, I digress again. You guys have heard me make that point so many times, but I mean, it stands to reason. That gives you the fullness of the flavor, and this thing keeps on falling backwards. There we go. I don't know. Maybe I should use something else to prop it up. I just have a candle over there behind it, and it keeps moving back slowly. You know what? We'll put the actual tea bag behind it. That should give it a little bit of weight. But anyway, so yeah, I'm going to open up the floor again. Questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, now's the time. Um, I'm going to answer Teresa's question. She's not here today, but she always asks, "What would this go well with?" Um, I would say going well. It's a pretty good example of a traditional tea. Um, but like I mentioned before, how it's the kind of tea that you'll wake up to. It's basically a breakfast tea, but I don't want to fall. Oh, excuse me, just on that, you know. Like I usually do say, if you were to drink this in the morning, it would be good with like eggs and pancakes. And while that is true, um, I don't want to just leave it at that, because I mean, there's so many other things that you can taste it with. So if I were to taste this with an entree, it would have to have a strong taste. Um, Something earthy, something. I would say maybe a steak, with a steak dinner, steak vegetables. Um, well, steak and vegetables, not steak vegetable, because it's not steak is not made of broccoli. Not yet. they are they are doing wonderful things with vegetables lately. So I'm not gonna say that it's never gonna happen, but it'll happen one day, I'm sure. I would say that this would go well with a steak, mashed potatoes, maybe. Um, Vegetables with a little bit of cheese on it, that kind of a thing. Um, a dessert tea. If I were to have a dessert, I think I would keep it chocolatey. I would definitely make this a cake kind of tea, because like the chocolate and the earthiness with the cream and the sugar, it's really gonna go well. Have I thought about what you're going to do for your 100th stream? I have been thinking about it for months. Like, before I even start talking about it, it's just going to be um, before I start talking about it, like, I have been thinking about it for a while. I don't know yet. I'm not going to do a blind tasting, because I've done that before. I want my 100th stream to be something big and special. Maybe my 99th, I'll do another blind tasting, but I'm not. I don't think that would be worthy of 100th. Ooh, sorry about that. Um, I would like to. I would like to talk to the manager at Tigerschwedna, and maybe get like a lot of people together in one room and have a tasting for everybody. That would be a good thing, like have a community tasting for the community. That would be a nice plan. Or maybe I'll do a mate, like a traditional mate, not just like drinking it from the teacup like I've done before. Or maybe I'll finally get around to doing the matcha ceremony that I keep talking about, but I keep putting it off because I'm a doofus. you know? Um, yeah, I don't. I want to do something special. I'm still toying around with ideas. I still have a couple months to come up with something. But yeah, we'll see what comes around. Mm. Whew. Okay. Let's move on to announcements. I have a couple of announcements to talk about. So I am back back on the negotiating table with Tigerschwedna. They are having a busy season right now, so um, we're gonna wait probably September um, either September or October to have the live tasting in the store, which they are going to host, and they are also going to sponsor. So hopefully we'll be able to make that into a monthly thing, and like have a lot of fun with it. Like open it up and grow more as a community, having more stores involved. This is going to be a great opportunity to have that happen. Um, and hopefully, we'll bring more people in, and that's what it's all about. Other announcements. What other? I had another one, and I can't think of it. So there is a one bittersweet shout out that I want to make. One of my dear friends from Adagio has left, and she's going on to greener pastures. She's actually leaving the U.S. to study abroad, and I wanted to have a quick shout out. Artemis, you have been an incredible resource, a wonderful friend, and I'm going to miss the times that we had, but I look forward to watching you grow into your field. So, best of luck. I want to see you succeed. I want to see you become more than even you could imagine. So, it's so long, I mean, best of luck. Unfortunately, you're not here. I was hoping that maybe by some chance, you'd be here, but you know, c'est la vie. Hopefully, your new schedule will allow you to tune in more often. But best of luck, and I will send you the link to this later because I know that you'll watch and you'll be like, "Oh!" But yeah, that is my moment of nostalgia. Yeah. Oh, I'm so congested. Oh my God, what is wrong with it? It's so annoying. Like, Anyway, what else? What else? I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I'd like to schedule another tea crawl. I didn't have much luck last time, so hopefully this time we'll get more people involved, and we'll have like uh, we'll have an organized event. We'll make it a whole day. But yeah, it's gonna be incredible. We always have fun when we do it. It's just a matter of getting the people involved to do it. Oh, and I'm still going. I still have a bunch of tea left. Okay, so questions, comments, anything you want to talk about, throw it at me. I'm open here. Oh, this is good. Like now that it's cooling off, I'm tasting more of the creaminess. Like right now, the creaminess is starting to win. The sweetness is coming to it's coming to a point, and it's becoming more prevalent than the black tea, which is good because that bodes well if I were to ice it, that it would be pretty solid in general. Oops, I just spilled a little bit on myself. Oh well. Oh my God, this is such a like I feel so stuffed right now. I feel nice and mellow, and I feel kind of, oof, I refreshed and like just satiated at the same time. Um, it's a good feeling. Like I'm really enjoying how relaxed this is making me feel. You know, I feel very warm, very comforted. Um, and this is the way that most evenings should end, you know? Ooh, my God. Ah, this is like you guys see like my eyes are glazing over. I'm just like, this is this I'm just really enjoying the way that this tea is making me feel. And I'm trying not. Oh, it's still like I cannot finish this pot. Miriam, welcome. I can't seem to get to the bottom of this pot. Like I keep thinking, okay, this is the last one. It'll finish. Nope. I think I just need a bigger cup. I'm used to my other one that takes two of them, and I'm good. Let's see. Oh. Mm. How did I am a little tired today. Like I said before today, I was volunteering at the hot dog fest, and it was a wonderful experience. The day was incredible. It was in the 80s, and we were setting up the picnic tables. I spent the day watching the exit, making sure that people were leaving in an orderly fashion. Nobody was trying to get into the through the wrong way. But it was a nice day for it, and at the end they gave us hot dog tickets. Oh, it was so good. I had a Dorito dog, which was a hot dog with melted cheese, um, crushed Doritos, and jalapeno peppers. Oh, so good. Then the Puerto Rican dog. I don't know how this is a Puerto Rican dog, but it was a hot dog with melted cheese, meat, sauerkraut, and shoestring French fries. I don't know. I don't know what makes that Puerto Rican, but unless you're talking about the salchichas con papas, maybe that's it. But it's a very loose interpretation. I didn't think about that until just now. Yes, I was stuffed full of wieners. It was delicious. And now you have your sound bite for the week. Oh, but all in all, it was a wonderful experience. And you guys know I always endorse volunteering and getting involved in your community because it's a wonderful feeling. It's a wonderful thing to do, and it's a lot of fun. You know, like you guys saw my my hot dog hat. Yeah, I totally was into it. You should have seen the faces and the looks that I got just like walking down the street with this thing. People were just like, they were just like, okay. Yeah, I don't understand it either. I mean, I honestly think that this was just a play on the salchichas con papas, but I mean, I don't get it either. So you got Facebook back right on time? Yeah. Ooh, I'm choking. I would say you're a couple months late because you missed so many of these streams. But I'm not gonna hold it against you this time. Ooh. All right, so hopefully this is the end of my pot. Little by little, there we go. There we go. That's the end of it. Ooh. And not a moment too soon, because boy, I am stuffed. I'm just like right now, I'm feeling nice and mellow. Um, and I don't know. I'm gonna try to finish this. I'm just kind of like I'm kind of like out of it. Oh, excuse me. I think I'm slightly tea drunk too. Ooh. Oh, excuse me. This is just like, ooh, it's coming up. Not a good look. Ooh. Oh my God. So anyway, oh, I know you and your dirty mind. Oh, I gotta blow my nose again. This is getting ridiculous. I hate doing this on on my live stream, because it's just like, why, you know? You guys know that I am usually very stubborn, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. I would rather suffer than do this in front of you guys, but this is getting to be ridiculous. Oof. I have got to see why it's specifically happening when I stream. It's just, oh, so annoying. Anyway. Oh. It's, well, no, because the Doritos dog was like, that was like a while ago. I had it about 3, I want to say. Yeah, it was about 3:30. So that was 5 hours ago. It's got nothing to do with all of this going out. And Nasonex might be a good idea, but literally, like, it happened right before I got on the stream. It's just an annoyance. I could have turned my head, but then you'd miss my pretty face. Leslie, welcome! Coming in right at the tail end. Ooh, but I'm glad you made it anyway. Yeah, so I lost my train of thought, as usual. I mean, at this point, I don't even have a train. I just have like a trolley. One of those, you know what? It's one of those contraptions with the you're going down the you're going down the track. Yeah, at that point, that's just what I'm riding. That's like I don't even keep track of my own words anymore. It is what it is, you know. Oh, anyway. Oh, I'm so stuffed right now, but it's so good. Like I have this, see this smile on my face. It's genuine. Like I'm feeling good. Like I think that tea drunkenness is settling, and I've got this euphoric, mellow feeling going on, and it's really working for me. I'm enjoying it. So it looks like I've got maybe 2 or 3 sips left. So I'm gonna open the floor. Questions, comments, anything you want to talk about. Now's the time. Accept what request? I don't have. Oh, you mean that red thing over there? I'm not gonna accept a request. I don't know what you're gonna do on live stream. Man, I don't. what is that? The I just see a picture on picture. I'm assuming that's a whatchamacalls it. That's a camera request. Oh, Bella wants to say hi. Okay, well for Bella I'll say hi. There we go. I'll approve. Say hi to Bella because Bella is my dog goddaughter, dog daughter. I don't know. Anyway,
Aha. How do I turn it?
yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's Miriam Butler, ladies and gentlemen. Although we can't see
I know,
her.
no, there should be a bell. There we go.
Bella.
Aha.
Yeah,
That's all I
she's
wanted to show
very
you. Like, say
inactive.
hi, Bella. Say hi.
Oh,
There
no,
we
we gotta
go.
get her attention. There she is. Aw.
The puppy. It's a puppy, everybody.
Yeah,
That's
nobody
why I'm
can
bogarting your stream.
nobody can
Bella says
say
hello.
anything. bad about. Hi, Bella. I miss you. Oh, she
Says
wants her
rub her
belly
stomach.
rub. Yeah, she wants me to rub her belly. That's what it is. Like that's all she did while I was dog sitting.
Yes, yes. And just so you know, the people in my area have been giving her watermelon. And one of the ladies in my district is trying to figure out how to make her cookies for her birthday
Oh,
or her adoption date.
oh yeah, that is coming up pretty soon. It's been
That's
what?
on the 18th.
On the 8th? Yeah. It's what has it been 1 year now?
Yep.
Oh, cutie.
She has to go to the bathroom. I just felt like I should. You are all welcome to come over and rub her belly and, sweep up the fur on my floor from it.
Yeah, that's the price of admission is swooping up the fur.
All of the fur. All
Hey,
right.
I'd be
Everyone
willing.
thinks you're cute, Bella.
Don't
Continue
let
your
it go
turn. All
to
right,
my
bye.
head.
And I go away.
That was our doggy intermission, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, excuse me. The 3-minute interlude. So, it looks like I only have 1 or 2 sips left. So now's the time. Throw stuff at me. I'm ready for it. Not really. I'm ready for bed. Is more like it, but you know. You can't hear anything now? Well, in that case, booga 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 booga. No, that's... Oh, that was dumb. Anyway, you see, this is the tea drunkenness talking now. You know, I'm just like, I'm just like in this weird place in my head. But no, it's all good. So, I only have 1 sip left. If you have any questions or comments, now's the time to talk about it. I do. I kind of, sort of have a community announcement. Kind of, sort of. I forgot to talk about the raffle. Welcome back. I'm glad you could hear me. Ooh, I'm starting to choke now. The raffle. See, I want to have one done at the end of this month, but I also want to schedule the what's what calls it the tea crawl. So what I'm thinking is maybe the person who wins the raffle will either have me purchase a bag of tea of their choice, within reason, of course, for them on the tea crawl, or I will purchase a bag for them and mail it to them if they win and they are not in the Chicago area. Um, that may be a good idea. I'm toying around with that idea. If you guys think that would be a good prize this month, let me know. Um, I'm still considering options, so we'll see. Uh, Now's your last chance. I'm going to go ahead and finish off my tea. Questions, comments, anything you have to say. Now's your chance, or forever hold your peace. Woof. Okay. Looks like we're done for the night. I want to thank you guys for joining me once again. This has been a wonderful experience. This is, I forgot the name, Cream and Brittle. Excellent blend. I'm going to put the link on the post. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. And I will see you guys next week. I don't know what I'll be streaming next week, but I'm sure it'll be just as delicious. All right, have a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.